Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Gayest Tri. We're talking about the 6-movie series that really looked at original Digimon Adventure and said, yeah, we're gonna replicate the exact vibe here of these boys just holding each other. I'm Emery, my pronouns are they, she, he.
I'm Morg, my pronouns are they, he, and I love to just point at a screen when I'm by myself and say, wow, they're gay.
Yeah, I mean, they replicate the exact vibes of the boys holding each other. They add they add a new twist on it with the boys naked in the sauna together.
So true.
Yeah, that did add something. Hi, I'm Elvire. For this week only, my pronouns are they, he, because if one more person calls me she this week, I will commit a violent act. Yeah, I just love looking at two boys who are definitely gay, doing gay shit. In Ferris wheels and shit. Why is it always a Ferris wheel? I love that.
Why is it always a Ferris wheel? So
is that romantic? Explain this to me and keep in your mind that I am Ace. Is it romantic to be locked in a small room that is moving with someone?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know, it depends on who you are, but the idea is yes.
You know, it's kind of like a lower stakes version of being trapped in a stuck elevator together. Yeah. You're just wow, we're not going anywhere for a while. Yeah. May as well get comfortable in here.
Yeah.
Terrible. Honestly terrible. Anyhow.
So I have no idea what the format for this one is gonna be. The gay moments are very gay, but they're kind of diffuse throughout the entire series, and just describing the plot is going to be incomprehensible because this is a continuing series of 6 movies. And Crunchyroll broke up all those movies into 4 or 5 episodes. So, the episodes aren't paced like episodes of anime. They're paced like slices of a movie, and they don't really have their own sort of, self-contained plots. So, it's really, one of, the most non-episodic Digimon series, just because it's, not technically made of episodes. So I might just, start talking about the plot of Tri, and we can just sort of go from there. I'm expecting this to be, very freeform and not very focused or coherent, which is great, because I'm not focused and coherent right now.
I think going in this, we need to expect to hear Emery's voice a lot, because I saw 3 episodes of Tri, and I understood none of it.
Oh, I love using my voice, especially right now.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I did read the summary because I wanted to have, I don't care about, spoilers for something I'm watching, something in the middle of. And I knew bits and pieces of what was gonna happen anyway, just because I've, looked this up before. So I feel there's... I mean, first you should know, based on the name, Digimon Adventure Tri, it's a continuation of the Digimon Adventure, mostly focused on the first one, with our pals Ty and Matt, and if you watched the dub.
Yeah. You might be asking, where are the 02 kids? They fucking died.
Yeah, real.
They died in the opening scene. We're not gonna see them ever again until, literally movie 6.
That's what I was where are they?
Yeah, they were this series is already gonna have 18 main characters. Maybe we don't need to make it 26.
So true. I mean, it does still have Tikaru and Hikari, so
yeah. We're just talking about Iori, Miyako, Daisuke, and Ken.
Although, well,
I'm gonna have to open
Well,
a little file on my computer with the names of the characters because I cannot keep up today.
yeah, there's way the fuck too many characters in Adventure, and
it doesn't help that Elvier had to, because of stupid, like...
Yeah, so I watched it very legally, and the site I was watching it on wouldn't load most of the subs. So I watched the first episode we were going to watch as a sub, and then the others as a dub. And for one of them, I had to sort of guess where the episode would start and end.
Great.
Because it was in movie form, and I didn't have enough time to watch the movie.
Oh boy.
I had an experience yesterday.
It sucks because, like, it is on Crunchyroll, but it seems to be on the American Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm paying for Crunchyroll, considering the fact that I can't watch any of the things I really love on Crunchyroll because it's region.
Yeah.
You should get a VPN.
And then I have to, and I pay extra for something that I already pay for.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, the second we wrap up Ghost Gaze, just cancel your subscription and figure out how to get that torrent client working.
I mean, I don't mind the subscription. It's like how in Catholicism you buy your, I don't know the English word for it, you buy off your guilt. That's what I'm doing by paying for Crunchyroll.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Oh, I thought you said in capitalism and not Catholicism.
You know, a bit of the same. It's a bit of both.
And I'm like, yeah, you buy your like penance or whatever.
Yeah, that.
I don't really know it. My
you know what I mean. You're in the know.
You buy shit from the church or whatever to make you good.
You buy shit from the church and then you get to go to heaven. I pay for Crunchyroll and therefore I will go to heaven. That's how it works. I share my account as well. I share it.
Anime will send you to hell is the problem.
Yeah, I guess Crunchyroll is like less ethically suspect than the Catholic Church, so you might your reasoning might be sound there.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I'll go to anime hell, and that sounds like my vibe actually.
Oh yeah, that's
just a convention.
That's just the fighting tournament from Yu Yu Hakusho. You're gonna have a great time there.
I haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm sorry. They didn't show me that when I was little.
I haven't seen it all either, despite being a Hunter x Hunter podcaster.
That's okay. I mean, it is a different show, even if it's by this, like, that's fine. Hunter x Hunter.
No, we're exposing ourselves as fake anime fans, and that's why I have the Crunchyroll account, to free myself of that sin.
I'm like the fakest anime fan. But so yeah, we watched what ends up being the end part of the first movie.
Reunion Part 4 as Crunchyroll has it listed. As well as
the beginning part of the second movie. The beginning in the second movie is called
Determination.
Determination, yeah. Determination Part 1, and then Lost Part 2. Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of funny to watch, like, the second part of a movie. Like, I feel like the end and the beginning were less weird to me for some reason. Mm-hmm. But it's like, oh, okay, so what happened before this? Lost Part 2, alright. So I guess they lost their memories. Cool. Mm-hmm. I would never have known this.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that. I did not figure that out.
I didn't either. Elvira, I read the summaries.
Yeah, I guess, okay, I will just, like, run through the plot of the first 4 movies. Okay, so, like, movie 1, Taichi is trying to get all of his old Digimon Adventure friends together for, to watch his soccer game. He just wants to hang out with his friends, just like old times. But, it doesn't super, and he kind of gets what he wants. He kind of gets what more than he bargained for, because fucking holes are appearing in space-time and some Kuwagamon come out and bust things up. But also the character's partner Digimon, show up. And also there's a shady government organization, dedicated to monitoring Digimon activity and also all the chosen children throughout the world. And they're like, they gather all of the adventure kids together, and it's like, okay, fix this problem for us. So they fight the Kuwagamon. And then it's like, hey, everyone's back together. But the boys are fighting. Yamato is mad at Taichi because Taichi is like, keeps hesitating. Like, Taichi is kind of traumatized by all of this. Damn.
Yup.
Wonder how that happened. And he's like, yeah, our shit causes like a whole lot of collateral damage, and people are like definitely dying every time like a monster fucking blows up a building. I don't really know how to handle this. Are we actually doing the right thing here?
And
Yamato's like, stop being a pussy. We are literally trying to save the world and prevent worse catastrophes, so we just gotta do what we gotta do.
yeah.
And Taichi's like, ooh, I don't know, actually. Kind of seems like we should have character development and like be more considerate of our actions. And Yamato's like, no, fuck that shit.
Yamato would never be caught in character development. Eats cereal. Not really. He doesn't develop a lot. I'm sorry for my boy.
He's, it's interesting. They're like, okay, yeah, we're like older now, and we're like understand that we're causing collateral damage, and it's really real. And there's something like interesting there, I think, but like, it is just like, why does it just seem like Taichi is bothered by this? Is it just because it's like, well, he was the hot-headed leader, and now he has to hesitate, and oh no, the leader can't be the one hesitating. Like, it's probably because of that.
Yeah, this whole series is kind of, to some extent, like, about the kids, like, dealing with the trauma of, like, their previous adventures, but, like, definitely, like, more for Taichi than anyone.
Yeah. I think that is interesting to, like, it's, like, not a full deconstruction, but it's, like, a partial reconstruction of what happened, or whatever.
Yeah, I do think that like Tri does like a genuinely very good job of like taking these characters and like aging them up in a believable way, and like, giving them problems that feel relevant to like, older teens who are sort of like just starting to like transition into adulthood. Because that's what it's really all about. That's the themes of it.
I just feel sorry for Matt, because he went from edgy teen to middle-aged teen.
Middle-aged teen. He's not that old. He does sound pretty old, though, because
he acts like he's been through it all, and now he knows it all, and he will not tolerate people thinking differently. He sounds like a middle-aged dad. Sorry.
Yeah, he's all cool and grown up now. He plays a bass guitar instead of a harmonica.
Yeah. He's in a band. That's cool.
That's very cool.
The band was actually a thing since Zero to
Yeah, it was.
Not new.
That's not new, but
he is cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
God, there is a pretty funny bit where originally the band was called Teenage Wolves, and they changed the name to Knife of Day, and Takeru just there are just a few moments of just Takeru like roasting his edgelord band names.
It's good.
It's great, actually.
At one point, someone asks what the name of the band is, and Takeru is just like, World on a Knife, even though that's not it.
Hell yeah.
Just like, kind of stupid name that Yamato would make up. That's
so funny.
Okay, but that sounds like it would be a really good band, too, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like, I kind of love, like, even in just the couple episodes we watched, like, you could tell there's, like, a fun relationship between Takeru and Yamato, because, like, Takeru is, like, the one who is like, hey, you should meet up with us, like, I know you're mad, but, like, or, like, they're like, I thought you made up with Taichi, and that was, like, fine. And he's like, I'm not mad, I'm fine. I'm angry for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then the gang, like, investigates the distortions, and Taichi gets a new pair of goggles that, like, Koshiro made that can just, like, see distortions in, like, fucking space and data and shit.
Taichi, what do your elf eyes see?
It's like, of course he's the one with the goggles. It's like, no one else can wear them. He's the leader.
Yeah. The only way the only way for us to save the world is if Yamato and Taichi go on a Ferris wheel together. Haha.
For real.
And there's only one bed.
Taichi has to use the goggles to, like, look across the city. Oh, wow, Yamato showed up, and all the other people went into one thing, and they're like, sorry guys, you gotta go in the next one. Even their Digimon leave them behind.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just, like, stare at each other angrily in the Ferris wheel.
And then they just start talking about their feelings.
Yeah.
And Taichi is, explaining all the stuff about, not being sure where he is on his path to adulthood, as you will. And Yamato just being like, wow, that's some pussy shit.
Yamato really had no room for Taichi's feelings.
Yeah.
He's like, no. Get over it. We're saving the world.
Also, there's this new kid. Her name is Meiko, and she's looking for her cat. And her cat is Meikumon. Meikumon's just been sort of like running around this whole time and being followed by this other guy named Hackmon. So, they find, the rest of the gang help her look for Meikumon, the kitty cat, aforementioned, and guess what? Meikumon is a Digimon, and also some guy named Alphamon is trying to kill Meikumon, and Alphamon is a big fucker. He, legit end boss level, and he fucks a lot of shit up. So Taichi and Yamato have to do the Omegamon evolution, and it kind of works, because, their feelings aren't quite in sync enough. Oh no. So it works for a while.
They're holding each other. Boy, oh boy.
Yamato is, helping Taichi stand up, and then, it just doesn't let go, and, fucking Taichi is also holding on to Yamato for no reason. Just fully has a hand on his chest. They don't need to be in that close contact, but they are.
For real. What's that?
At one point, Taichi, almost gets blown away by a blast, but Yamato, fucking links arms with him, and then they just stay like that for the rest of the shot.
It's normal.
They're constructed...
It's bros.
Yeah, all their fucking Digimon battles are just, constructing elaborate rituals,
They're just being bros.
Yeah.
They're just being bros.
Sometimes being bros just means... I forgot what sentence you used. Constructing elaborate...
Constructing elaborate rituals, yes.
Yeah, rituals. There, we got there in the end.
For real. But yeah, Taichi has, a flashback moment, and he's, lost focus on the battle, and they're, Omnimon kind of gets fucked up and Alphamon, like, escapes. So they're just little babies now on the ground. But at least Alphamon's gone, you know, trade-offs, I guess. Taichi, like, looks at all the destruction and is like, fuck, this fucked. This fucking sucks. Are we doing the right thing? And it's like, yes, dude, there would be more deaths without us. And it's like, okay, if you say so. And that's the end of the first movie. The second
movie, we don't really have to talk about that much because fuck all happens. It's just some slice of life shit, and it's really cute and really good.
And we watched the first part of the slice of life shit. It's just like
they're just going to a hot spring together. They're just having a fun, relaxing day off. And, you know, getting to know their new friends Meiko and Meikumon. And Meikumon is a kitty. She's nice. And Meiko has big anxiety.
Valid.
You know, also there is some plot stuff about, like, you know, Joe, like, not rejoining the group because, you know, he's so busy with his studies. Oh no, there's definitely, like, not any other reason about not wanting to participate in these traumatic monster battles.
Yeah.
No, that would be... you shouldn't read too much into it.
And Gomamon feels really hurt and rejected by this, so he kind of, like, ditches Joe and feels really bad about it. And they're just, you know... Because, like, Joe won't even, like, hang out with the rest of the group. He's just being a little shut in over there with his homework and his terrible grades, which aren't improving.
It's almost like going through traumatic events isn't great for your school grades.
And also probably
Yeah,
being torn between, like, wanting to be Gamamon and... Gamamon. Sorry. Wrong show. Gomamon. Different little white Digimon guy. Yeah, being torn between wanting to see his friend again and not wanting to, like, cause problem.
Yeah, so also, like, Mimi is having a little character arc where she is, like, taking, you know, even though she did just, like, fly in from America, like, a day ago, she kind of takes charge of her class's, school festival, and is being kind of bossy about it, and no one wants to go with her plans, but, you know, then the school festival happens, everyone has a good time anyway, and, you know, it's, you know... and then fucking Ken is there for some reason. And not just Ken, he's in his fucking full Digimon Emperor getup. So, damn, that's definitely not going to be a plot twist about anything later. Really, they didn't need to make him Ken. Like, that's just some J.J. Abrams mystery box shit.
It's so fucking annoying.
There's some lens flares when you really look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You look close enough at his glasses and there's lens.
Yes. I was extra annoyed because when I looked, I was like, who is this human man? And then I was like, oh, that's fucking... I had to look up that was Ken. I'm like, okay, I understand now. But, like, my brain...
Do you want to know when I figured out it was Ken?
Oh, when?
3 minutes ago when you mentioned it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I was like, well, who's this random dude?
He definitely looks like his, like, Digimon Emperor stuff, but, like, you don't see the rest of the O2 kids, so you're like, that can't be him, right? But no, you
see them for 1 second in, you know, in the first minute of the movie where they all die.
I didn't fucking see that minute. Sorry. I did.
True.
I read the plot summary, but I didn't have time to watch 6 movies. Or 4 movies.
I wish I had the time, though, because I did enjoy the bits that I watched. Even if they were a bit silly at times.
You can go back and watch them.
Yeah.
I might, if I find a more decent viewing experience, you know, on my official Crunchyroll.
Tri is genuinely very good. A lot of people hate it, but I'm like, nah, it's the good shit.
Do you know why people hate it?
I don't know. I think, like, these movies did come out over the course of like 2 or 3 years or something. And also like, you know, this was the first Digimon thing that had come out in a while, like so I think people were like putting a lot of like expectations on it and just like getting mad at it because it wasn't the thing they wanted. Also, like, I've definitely heard that the complaint that like, oh, these don't feel like the characters, and I'm like, yeah, because they're fucking older and dealing with teenager shit.
Teens, yeah, like they're like seniors, right? Like they're like older teens in some capacity.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly their ages, but like, you know, we saw them last, they were like pretty fucking young in the first one and still like young teens in the second one.
Yeah, it's I think like 6 or 7. Hey, Callie, stop it.
Oh no.
It's like
Callie,
6 or
go.
You probably just heard her hiss on mic.
Yeah, we did.
She did do it very loudly and close. Yeah. So I think they're like 6 or 7 years older than in the original series. So yeah.
Yeah, which means were they like 10 in the original series?
Yeah.
They were really young. And now that I am no longer really young, I look at those series and I think, why are they so young? So maybe that's why I like Tri, because they're older. Yeah. And I think more media should be unafraid of giving us older teens, or, you know, some freaky little adults. Just some fucked up adults.
Yeah, so then, you know, Ken shows up at the school festival and, you know, creates, like, one of those distortion portals. And Imperial Dramon's in there, and they have to fight Imperial Dramon. And, you know, Joe and Mimi have gone through character growth, so they get to have new evolutions.
Yeah.
Love that for them.
I love that.
And that's a lot of fun.
What is that, Rosemon and
Vikemon.
Vikemon, yeah. We didn't watch that one, but I do love that. Did anyone else mega at Ultimate whatever?
Not in movie 2,
Okay.
but like over the rest of the series, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, so just to discuss this movie a little bit, I'm the main reason why it's on this list, aside from being just like a very fun slice of life episode, Yamato and Taichi are still like very mad at each other throughout this series, but also they go into the sauna together and just like fucking just kind of being shredded and naked and just definitely not like sneaking sidelong glances at each other.
Literally, Taichi, I think, is in like the sauna and like is the only one in there, and like Matt walks in, or vice versa. I don't remember, but they're just like so angry as being the only two people in the sauna together, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening?
You know their friends also planned this. Like, there's no way that's a coincidence. They're like, what would be better than two boys being locked together in a Ferris wheel? Oh, I know. Two boys in a sauna.
But, they also, like, kind of get interrupted because there's, like, some funny shenanigans with Makomon and, was it Biyumon?
Yeah, Biyumon, right?
Yeah.
Biyumon.
Who, like, yeah, they got, like, moved around in the laundry, and then they ended up in the boys' one, and oh no, the girls had to go into the boys to, like, find their Digimon, and all these half-naked guys around, and Kari ran into TK's body,
Oh no.
Who cares?
It's all very dramatic.
But, like, in a funny, like...
In a funny way. Like, this could have gone very, very badly. And tasteless, but it was funny.
Yeah, it's definitely on the less rancid end of the bathhouse hijinks spectrum.
Yeah. It's more just like, what are these children doing is more what it seems like. People are like, okay.
They're just clowning around.
But they had fun at the place, and yeah, that was just the first part, and then like we didn't see all the stuff with like Joe and Mimi getting, like, their character development stuff. Like, we saw a little bit of Mimi, like, starting to get there and everything, but yeah, now I think Joe's with the party. That's the only way I could describe.
Yeah, Joe has joined the party.
Yeah.
JRPG jingle.
Yeah.
You unlocked the correct dialogue option to invite him, and he showed up.
There are, like, very genuinely, like, very good scenes between Joe and Gomamon in this one. Just kind of, like, fucking... Like, honestly, just, like, having, like, fucking, you know, conflict in their friendship and, like, trying to, like, reconcile that. It's very sad and very sweet, and they do the fucking melodrama really well.
Hell yeah.
So movie 3, we didn't watch any of movie 3, which is a shame because it's the best part. Fucking Kiyoshiro is working really hard on the distortion.
Kiyoshiro?
No, shit, fuck. Kiyoshiro. Sorry. They are the same. They do have almost the same name and are also both hacker boys, so
I'm glad I'm not.
They made it hard for me on purpose.
All hacker boys should have similar names. It's law.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that fucked up.
Oh, now the pressure's on me, huh?
So, Koshiro is working really hard on the distortion problem. There is, like, some fucked up data in the digital world that is, like, also starting to corrupt, like, computers and other devices in the human world.
Also, Makomon did a bad in the last movie.
Oh, right. I fucking forgot
That's, like,
that
the only plot
Mekumon
point.
killed Leomon.
Mekomon killed Leomon in movie 2. That was, like, the big thing, and, like...
Leomon, please try to not die once.
He can't do it.
Mako, like, she's, like, traumatized seeing her, like, fucking partner Digimon kill a dude. Like, for what seems like because of the whole, like, fucked up thing that's happening with other Digimon, that they have, like, viruses or whatever, and it's like, okay, why is this happening to Mekomon specifically? And is it gonna spread to our other guys? Because there's, like, a whole quarantine thing happening, like, in the third movie.
Yeah, Koshiro made a little sort of isolated server for the Digimon to live in while the infection stuff is going on. So they just got their little room inside the TV that they're hanging out in, except they don't stay in there for long because they just go out and about. You know, so also, like, Takeru finds out that Patamon is infected and is really sad about it, and they just have, like, a fucking moment together where it's like, yeah, Patamon might be dying. Shit, oh fuck.
My best friend in my soul is dying. Okay, good.
Yeah, also, like, fucking the other Digimon get together and, you know, just have a talk where it's like, oh shit, Patamon is infected, like, the next of us, the rest of us could be next, like, we don't know, like, if we're all gonna die at the end of this, so we're not gonna stress out our partners about it, we're not gonna tell them, we're just gonna, like, have a fucking day with them and, like, make some good memories in case things don't work out.
I don't like this trope. It ends with me crying.
Do you know what's wrong, though? Is, like, they don't end up dying, as you can tell, because there's multiple other movies.
Yeah.
But something else happens to them.
Imagine killing off half the main characters in the middle.
A bold move.
Do you know what they do instead, though? Is that they fucking make them lose their memories.
Yeah. So, you know, fucking homeostasis, the god of being a shithead.
It's like a digital world server, is what I was reading.
Yeah. So homeostasis possesses Hikari, which is something he sometimes does, and Hikari is like, "Hey, you better get your shit together, or else I'm gonna reboot the entire world, and things are just gonna be like restored to factory settings, and everyone's gonna lose their memories." So, Koshiro is like working with like the deadline of the reboot imminent. He is trying, everything to like, figure out like what the source of the distortions is, and it turns out it's Meikumon. That baby's got like that baby's just got like fucking super COVID that melts reality. It's so bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why Digimon were, like, after it, I think, is because they're like, There's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, at one point, like, Meikumon goes berserk and evolves to Meikrakmon. Hey, remember Meikrakmon from being horny?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And, they all have to fight Meikrakmon to try to, like, push her into, like, a distortion, just so that she won't destroy everything around her. Koshiro, like, sets up, like, a little backup module inside the distortion to be like, hey, we can't stop the reboot, but, like, we can at least, like, back up your memories, so we're not, like, we don't lose all our data when we fucking reformat our hard drive over here. And that's very relevant to me because I've been doing some funky stuff with my computer that developers didn't intend. I haven't caused anything catastrophic yet. I think I'm in the clear for now, but oh boy, I was just like running around without a backup for a while and I was very scared.
No.
But they can't get to the backup, and they can't get to the backup zone and like keep Meikrakmon contained all at the same time. And Koshiro is like, Tentomon, at least you have to go in there. Like, I can't lose you. And Tentomon is like, hey, the rest of the guys are out there fighting. I can't just like, let them sacrifice themselves while I do nothing. So, then Tentomon evolves to Hercules Kabuterimon, and it's like you're just fucking crying. I'm just fucking crying the whole time. And like, the rest of the Digimon are like getting infected in the meantime, and they all fucking like pile on Hercules Kabuterimon, and then Hercules Kabuterimon is like, hey, wake up. We are all like moments away from essentially dying. Is this how you want, like... Is this what you want, like, the other's last memory of us to be? So then everyone, like, fucking wakes up for a second, and they're all in this, like, big group hug, and they just kind of, like, walk into the distortion together, dragging Meikrakmon with them, and all get rebooted. And, yeah, that's a whole fucking scene. It's so fucking good. What if Bug make you cry, as Max has said?
So true.
What if Bug makes you cry? Yeah.
Bug make you cry. And that's like...
Yeah, and then, the rest of that movie is just the group being like, just deciding like, hey, like, even though everything seems kind of fucked right now, we're still gonna go back and reconnect with our friends. Like, even though they don't remember us, those connections still have meaning, and like we're not just ready to like grow up and forget about like this vital part of our lives and our childhoods. So let's go back to the digital world. Let's do it like old times.
And they do it.
They do.
And, one of the fucking shady government agents I talked about earlier, one of them is called Daigo. He's has been essentially, he's a teacher at their school, essentially just for the purposes of monitoring Taichi and the others. And then there's also there's Daigo and Maki has been acting a little shady this whole time, just kind of surveilling everyone from a dark room. And she's like, don't worry, I will definitely help you get back to the digital world. I have Ken's Digivice for some reason. Don't worry about why.
You should never worry about
that'll help get you there.
shady government people.
The
No, it's
guy,
not necessary.
Daigo is like kind of okay. He's fine.
Yeah.
At least from what
Daigo
I've
is
seen.
fine.
He's
Hey, Pearl, stop stepping on my cables. You are...
so many cat problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really going through it over.
It's a catastrophe.
Hey.
Hey. I haven't seen Bob in a while. That's sad.
So yeah, that's movie 3. They all go back and they meet their friends again who are babies who have no memories of them.
Oh, to be a baby and have no memories. No, I would hate that. I've seen a lot of good anime. I want to keep that in my brain. I take it back.
Being a baby kind of sucks.
Yeah, being a
like,
baby
no.
was not better.
I was like, no, I don't want to do that, but you can have that fantasy if you'd like.
No, there's a bunch of things I don't want to experience for the first time again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, so now we're on the movie that we did watch a part of, again.
Yeah. So, like, maybe we just summarize, like, up to the end of the episode that we watched, and then we pick up with movie 4 next time, because we're, like, running out of time a little bit.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I think we have a little bit more time, too, because it's an hour earlier for earlier.
True.
It's earlier. It's so bad that you sent me, oh, yo, summertime started, and I arrived at my family dinner an hour early. Because I just had in my brain, yes, today is an hour early for everything.
America likes to be fucking annoying and do things first, apparently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
It's caused a lot of random issues today.
But you guys are in summer, and I have to spend 2 more weeks in winter hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
basically. Boo, this is definitely what makes summer, right? When you change the hour, it's warm.
Yeah.
Listen, my depression has gotten a lot better now that there's more sunlight, so it may as well be summer. Who cares?
Valid.
So, movie 4 is called Loss. Which is very...
Is it Lost or Loss?
Loss. Loss. Loss.
Yeah.
Which is like... Oh, that's not a good sign.
No, I'm sure it's fine, and they just lose a shoe, and that's a great loss.
No, it's confirmed they lost their memories.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
So they're just like bopping around the digital world, like with their new buddies, you know, they're like, you know, trying to reconnect with their partners, being like, hey, like, we used to be like best friends and really important people to each other. I know you don't like have any memories of it, but like, let's form new connections. And it's really sweet. And Biyomon is the only one who's like, fuck you. I don't know you. Get the fuck out of here, Sora.
Yeah, she fucking hates Sora. It's very sad.
And Sora is like, no, everyone else is getting along so well. Why are you you used to be like super clingy and sweet. Why are you like this now? And fucking Gabumon have big crush on Yamato. Like, pre-reboot, he was like chill about it. Like, you know, you can tell he had like pretty much like been like, you know, I know this isn't gonna happen. Like, Yamato's got Taichi to gently hold him. Like, I can see that it's, you know, this is not going anywhere for us. But like, fucking post reboot, he just has zero chill about it. He's got that fucking new crush energy, and it's really fucking something. At one point, like, Taichi calls him out for like using suffixes for Yamato. It's like, hey, you know, you two are like best friends. You don't have to keep calling him Kun. And Gabumon is like, oh, I don't know. Is that okay, Taichi? And Taichi is like, look, you just called me Taichi without a suffix. Like, and Gabumon is just like fully blushing about it. He is being like, it's like, oh, he's still very nervous about talking to his crush. That's the exact energy.
It's very wholesome.
It sure is. And, hey, you know who does have their memories? It's Meikumon. You know how when you format your hard drive, but there's still that, like, one weird little partition that won't go away? That's this.
That's Meikumon, who is having other problems because, they do seem to have, other things going on. Like, I don't think the reboot helped. It does not seem to have done what homeostasis or whatever wanted.
Yeah, there's still, like, distortions and shit, huh? It almost seems like that was kind of a net negative thing to have done, homeostasis. Also Ken is not Ken, he's Genai in disguise, and Genai is super fucking evil now, whatever.
They don't show that yet.
Oh, well, you know.
That does happen, though. I did read that. It's Dark Genna.
Yeah. But yeah, that gets revealed. Also, Maki has been colluding with evil Genai. Damn, what a shocker.
Maki is the woman who is part of the government agency. I don't know if we actually said her name.
Also Daigo and Maki are, like, original chosen children.
Yeah.
Like, they both had partners, and, like, at the beginning of movie 4, like, we see that Maki actually had to sacrifice her partner in order to evolve, like, the other partners to, like, god level to defeat the Dark Masters.
They became sovereigns? Did they become the 4 sovereigns? Is that what they were saying?
Yeah, they did.
That's crazy.
And now those guys are just like the gods of the digital world, and except like Maki is shit out of luck because her partner is like perma-dead.
Yeah, and she's like fucking desperate about it. And she's like, what if I do this reboot? What if this is actually something that I can actually do for real? And Daigo like finds out through her computer stuff that like she's been planning some of this stuff, and he's like, oh no, fuck, oh shit. Uh-oh, my ex is bad. Oh no. Because they did date at some point. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where like it stops, right? Like it's kind of stops on like, wow, Maki's kind of done bad stuff. I wonder why.
Yeah, really the main... also there was a really funny moment where, like, you know, Taichi and Yamato both want to, like, talk to Sora about, like, her problems that she's having with Biyomon, and it's like, neither of them knows how to talk to a girl about their feelings, and they're just having, they're just being doofuses about it, and they're like... I don't know. How do we talk to a girl? Maybe Takeru knows.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I'm glad younger brother knows. But that's why I posted...
Fucking incredible cell phone.
That's why I posted this Tumblr thing that was like, you're gay because you like men. I'm gay because I hate women. We are not the same. And then...
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
if you click on the link, it says Yaoi versus Shonen.
Great.
And I'm like, so true.
I did reblog it on my Tumblr. It's so true.
So true. Yep. They just, like, the Digimon boys come off as extremely gay because they do not want to, like, treat the women very well. They're treated a little better in this movie than in previous Adventure. It's a classic, I think, anime and just...
Not always great.
And just popular media in general problem where they don't give the women character development. So the only interesting characters are the men.
Yeah.
And then the only you can't ship characters that don't have chemistry, but you can't have chemistry if you don't have a developed character.
And you know who has the developed characters? It's like, oh, these are bros. They're in love.
Yeah.
They're bros.
Anyway, listen to We Write Queerbait.
Yeah. We talk about that exact dynamic all the fucking time.
And every episode has been good to listen to.
Thank you.
I'm sad, because I'm like, I feel like Sora still gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah. They try to give her an arc with her, like, her friendship with Biyomon, but it is kind of underwhelming compared to, like, the rest of it. Like, they're trying to do something with her, but she just doesn't have a whole lot of a character to begin with, unfortunately.
I think they have a slightly easier time with Mimi, and it's partially because, like,
Mimi has, like, a stronger
she's very strong personality.
Sora is just kind of like the mom friend and has, like, very little else going on.
In my head, she had more going on, but I think based on how I played any game as a child, I probably just said, wow, cool design, and then made up a different story for it.
Oh yeah, she had a fun design. People like, her hat. It's funny. It's very like,
I love the hat.
It stands out. Like, there's... It's sad, because it's like, okay, they're trying to do some kind of tomboyish thing maybe with her, but, like, not really. They end up making her, like, more, like, mom friend, and then it's like, no, not really that, or, like, just that, instead of being, like, anything deeper than that. Like, you can have good mom friend characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just like thinking about Aoi in Survive, because she is like very much like a Sora archetype character. She is like very explicitly referred to as the mom friend like multiple times, but she has like a lot of depth to her because of like her anxieties and insecurities, and just like
and
doing Sora way better than Sora ever could,
Yeah.
You know what? You're really right. Aoi had a very good character. If you picked wrong dialogue, her anger actually made sense, and I don't think Sora would bring that convincingly because she doesn't have anything to bring.
Yeah, also looking at Aoi and Saki and being like, damn, these bitches gay. Good for them.
Good for them. If only they'd survived.
I did make a joke in the Discord about Sora and Mimi, like, adding Mako to their relationship. Because they invited her to go, like, hang out and stuff. Or, like, find Makomon.
Unfortunately, I just don't really think Sora has, like, convincing romantic chemistry with anyone.
No.
Which is funny, because she's supposed to be in a love triangle with Yamato and Taichi.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, those boys only have eyes for each other.
And that's why they're so gay, because there's no triangle. It's a straight line between two boys.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was, like, opening the movie up, and I was like, oh, are they fighting over Sora or something? I remember them being mad about something in 02 or whatever. No. They're fighting because they're just miscommunicating and having clashing opinions.
They're having a little couples fight.
Yeah.
That happens. Everyone fights sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so do we want to leave it there and pick back up with conclusion of movie 4, and also watch things get really homo in 5 and 6?
Can't wait.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna try and find the time to actually watch the full movies, because I was so confused with just watching the part.
At least watch, at least pick up summaries or something like I did.
Yeah, that would be smarter, but I wasn't a smart man yesterday.
Me too, though. I almost forgot to look up. I was like, oh, I should probably figure out what's going on in these movies, maybe. So that, like, Emery isn't just explaining everything by themselves.
No, it's cool. just like a little bit of a preview. Part 6 really looked at like the only one bed scene with Yamato and Gabumon and said, "Hold my beer."
Oh, nice.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad Yamato has a beautiful poly relationship with Taichi and Gabumon.
Yeah. You sure do.
So, I believe we're watching... Well, we haven't confirmed this, but we're gonna at least watch, like, part of movie 5 and 6, is what it seems like, at least.
I'll just watch movie 5 and 6. My brain cannot handle trying to figure it out again.
Fair enough.
It'll be fine. And it's fun to watch. And then I'll just watch 1, 2, 3, and 4 some other time. Because I love watching things out of order, especially Digimon.
So true.
Yeah. You might be able to skip like 1 and 4 just because there is like less.
No, once I start, I gotta do it all.
Less like really good crunchy character moments. 2 and 3 I do strongly recommend just because like the slice of lifey bullshit in 2 is really good, and then like the fucking emotional hits of 3 are like all time.
I'm all or nothing. I either watch it all or I watch none of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a huge problem why I can't watch Bleach anymore. Because I am incapable of watching all of it, so I watch none.
Our listeners, though, if you want to like watch along, I would say it's very nice to see part 1 because you're seeing all your like friends reuniting, but that's probably the most skippable part of all of them, in my opinion.
Yeah. That one is 1 and 4 probably are the most like nostalgia baity.
4 has some plot.
4 I think has like more to say about it, you know.
4 has some plot to it too. You might be a little confused, I think, with that.
4 has plot, and also like thematically it's like doing things with like its use of nostalgia. Part 1 is just like, hey, everyone's together again, look at all these friends. I guess it's doing some things thematically with like, you know, Taichi trying to like, you know, go back to old times and having like difficulty like moving forward in his, you know.
I just don't expect people to watch like 600 minutes of movie. So
yeah, it's a lot. It's like it's basically the length of a full season of like a full like 2-core season of anime.
Yeah,
it is a lot of anime to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's an interesting choice. They were like, we want to make this movie. And I think that does give them some, like, room to breathe in some cases, but it does, like, make it kind of interesting where it decides to cut off between the movies. I don't mean the parts we watched. I mean, like, movie 1, movie 2. Like, where they decide to be like, this is the end of this one. Like, what made you decide this? I don't know.
But yeah, do we want to jump to our plugs?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm at Eruviru on most online spaces, so that's TikTok and Twitter. I'm just gonna list them all for once. Because I have time. I'm Eruviru_cosplay on Instagram. And I'm Matrim Cowton on Tumblr. Because, you know, I have more social media than I think I need. But it's just how it goes.
Happens.
It happens. But these 4 are all of them, though.
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue at most places, except for co-host, where you can find me at Gengar. You can also find me on my other podcasts, the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast, and Forward Re-Zero, a Re-Zero watch podcast.
I'm Emery. I'm on a podcast called We Rate Queerbait, the aforementioned show where we talk about homophobic anime, or misogynist anime and why it's gay. Also about other types of media. A lot of anime though. Not all of it is misogynist, just a lot of it is like, well, I guess misogynist in the sense that it's just like not paying any attention to its women characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very fun show, and I like making it, and I think you would like listening to it. The App Monsters episode is gonna come out soon. I should have edited it last week, but I was too busy fucking around with my hard drives. But I'm almost done fucking around with my hard drives. So I should be able to take care of it this week.
That's just like essentially another Digimon Ghost Gayest.
Yeah, it is basically that. We're just talking about Haru and Eugene and how they want to kiss.
What that but with different people who have a very different energy, and I love to listen.
Yeah.
To the three of you, and you have a guest, right?
Yeah, Spike's on that episode.
Yeah.
Because Spike watched all of App Monsters with Devin and I for Aptly Mondays.
Yeah.
So I'm also on an upcoming audio drama. News of that should be forthcoming. And I'm on for Affinity with the username Space Robot. No one ever uses my email address ever, so if you want to get in touch with me about a commission, just hit me up on Discord. I only charge like $25 for a flat color full body portrait, so get on that.
Yeah, it's hella cheap. Like,
for very good portraits.
They're good, yeah.
We were joking about me only needing to do 16 commissions in order to afford a Steam Deck. Because I was complaining about how hard it was to get Windows running on my Mac.
I genuinely would want to buy a Steam Deck, though. Like, it's not that I don't like my Switch, it's just that I think I would like to have a Steam Deck.
That's fair.
Yeah, Steam Deck seems like it has a lot of positive benefits. I just don't think I can justify spending that much money when I don't play a whole heck of a lot of video games, you know? That's why I'm trying to, that's why I'm trying to put a new operating system on my Mac so I can play those games without spending money.
It's so valid.
Oh, yeah.
I think my computer will die if I look at it wrong.
Yeah. This podcast is on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. We're on Tumblr at DigimonGhostGaze.tumblr.com. You can find our Discord server linked in the show notes, where we're doing a bunch of fun stuff. I'm doing art streams on Fridays where, like, hey, Devin just, like, jumped into the art stream and requested a commission because I was finished drawing with the thing I was already finished, and I just did him that commission in an hour, so, like, maybe that could be you. Who knows? Also, we do Tokusatsu Mondays, where we watch Tokusatsu on Mondays. So this podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of neat shows. Lots of fun stuff to listen to over there. And I think that about does it for us. So until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-lunaries,
Digimon is for the game, as you can see.
Bye, darling.
Bye.